Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Madrid 3, Celta Vigo 2. Um, look, we just needed to get the win, but it's not looking great heading into El Clasico, is it? It's not a good momentum to bring in. That first 45 minutes I thought was very interesting. The first 20 to 25 minutes, it was really boring and dead. I thought Celta Vigo did very well to um, keep their structure, keep their shape, and just play well and defend well. And that was the key. Because we know this team, um, I think that Celta Vigo are a very good side. They are fighting for a Europa League position, and they will certainly be coming to the Bernabeu like they did when they went away to Barcelona, nearly won, and nearly got a point as well. And they did go away to Atletico Madrid, if I'm not wrong, and got a draw. So we know this team is definitely capable of getting big results, especially um, at home, but not just from at home, away from home, they're very good as well. So we needed to be able to break down Celta Vigo, and the first 25 minutes it was dead. Not a lot was going on, and then after that first goal, it changed the game because that first goal meant that Celta Vigo had to push forward, and they left themselves vulnerable for a counter attack like the second goal. Then the third goal at the start of the second half, it was just easy. It was just a through ball, a simple through ball from Arda Güler, who was incredible, by the way. Just a simple through ball was enough to split the defense apart, to make it 3, and then it could have been 4, it could have been 5. We didn't take the chances, and we nearly paid for it with 2 late goals towards the end of the game, but it was poorly defended on both. Um, the first goal that they scored was, I would say, a disgrace because it was never a corner. In fact, it bounced off the Celta Vigo player. So it should have been a goal kick. But it was given as a corner and we conceded from it. Okay, things like that happen. But are we going to allow ourselves the excuse that, it should have been a corner? It doesn't matter. We regardless of whether it was a corner, we should have defended that better. We shouldn't have let that, be so easy. A simple cross in, it gets cleared straight to the opponent and they score a tap in, really. So, lots happened in this game. I would say that there are positives to take from this game. That first 45 minutes and the start of the second half was the best performance we've seen in the last few weeks and last couple of games. I'm looking back at recent games and I haven't seen as good of a performance. Um, really, you probably have to go back to February, to be honest, to about 2.5 months ago. So that was a positive. But I'm looking at towards the end of the game. And look, I know we had the likes of Jacobo Ramon, who was on the pitch as the youngster. Obviously, it's good to see him get some minutes. But it's no excuse that as a defense, as a team, we had to defend better and we should have defended better than we did, which we didn't. So, we are playing Barcelona in a week's time. We have just played Barcelona last week, and we have lost Rudiger, we have lost Alaba, we have lost Mendy, we have lost Camavinga, all to injuries on top of Militao and Carvajal as well. That defense will need to play a very good game. And that defense is Vasquez, Tchouaméni, Asensio, and Fran Garcia. They will need to be on the top of their game. They will need to play their best game in their career, like their lives depends on it, because that is a 6 points a game, and even a win, we are still behind Barcelona, but that is a 6 points a game. If Barcelona win that game, they are the champions, definitely. If Real Madrid win that game, we can still believe. A draw would do no good to us as well, by the way. We must win. And with current form, we are not looking like a team that will win. But I think we should still hold the optimism and look at that game as a game that we believe that we can win. And it's not going to be easy, but we have to just believe. That's the only thing we have right now, which is the belief that we can do it. We might not do it, we probably won't do it, but we just have to believe and back this team and just believe in this team and support this team in this moment, because it's been a tough season. It's been a devastating, tragic, sad, disappointing, whatever terms you want to use on the season. We haven't had many good moments, and it's a season that we might want to forget when it eventually ends, depending on how it ends. So it's not been a great season, but we just have to move on, and hopefully next season will be a better season. But we have got 4 more games to go, excluding the Club World Cup. And the next one is our Clasico, so it will be absolutely massive that we do well. We get ourselves back into within a point, which is gonna be tough. But yeah, we needed to win this one because obviously Barcelona won away at Real Valladolid. I was hoping that they would at least drop some points, which they went down after 6 minutes, and I was hoping that they would lose or draw, and they ended up winning. So that was very unfortunate that Real Valladolid couldn't help us, but they are probably the worst team in La Liga. I think they are. So it's very hard to expect them to do much. But yeah, Real Madrid's game, 3-2. Let's talk about the goals. The first goal, wonderfully worked. It's a short corner to Arda Güler, and was he the one who took the corner? I think he was, and then he played a 1-2, wasn't he? Did he play a 1-2? Let me go back and have a look again. Yeah, I think he took the corner and then played a 1-2 with Lucas Vasquez, and he got the ball back, and it was a beautiful, beautiful finish. No way Gaita was going to save that. And then the second goal was such a weird goal because Celta Vigo was on the attack. Borja Iglesias takes the shot. I think he took a deflection of, was it Tramine? Courtois makes a Superman save. I mean, look, I'm not blaming Thibaut Courtois for this game. Once again, he made some heroic saves, and once again, he bailed Real Madrid out. Yeah. But yeah, a massive save from Courtois, and then the ball gets cleared, and it's the counter attack. Bellingham flicks the ball up for Mbappé, who makes the run. He's in a 1v1, technically 2v1, but yeah, he was all alone, and we were wondering if he's all alone, was he gonna take the shot? He took the shot, and he scored a beautiful goal from outside the box. And it's 2-0. And in the second half, after about 2.5 minutes, really, Arda Güler gets the ball. Beautiful through pass for Mbappé, and Mbappé simple finish past Gaita. 3-0 up. It was looking good, and then Celta Vigo scored. Corner comes in, and yeah, it was cleared away, but it was cleared straight to Rodriguez, which was just ridiculous. But obviously, like I said, it wasn't a corner. But I'm not gonna use that as an excuse, right? And then the second goal for Celta Vigo, Aspas with the true ball for Zvedberg. And in a 1v1 against Courtois, really good finish from Zvedberg. And there was pressure towards the end, but Courtois made a couple of big saves towards the end as well to keep the game 3-2. And yeah, bail Real Madrid out as always. But what this means is Real Madrid are still 4 points behind Barcelona. But we're in the fight. We are still in it. We're still in it, right? Massive win. Just to go through the team, a couple of man of the match performances. Thibaut Courtois was outstanding. I thought that Arda Güler would be my man of the match, probably. Nah, actually, it's tight between him or Mbappé. You know what? I probably will give it Mbappé actually. Obviously 2 big goals, a stunning goal as well. And yeah, 24 league goals now. I think that's 35 goals in all competitions, if I am not mistaken. He's 1 goal behind Lewandowski in the Pichichi Trophy for the top scorer, and he was labelled a flop of a signing. But yeah, 2 big goals and was incredible. But Arda Güler, again, beautiful goal, great assist. He was probably joined as well. And Thibaut Courtois, I think these are the 3 players who deserved man of the match the most. The rest, it was good to see Bellingham involved in the assist, but wasn't fully involved in, really getting the spotlight in terms of goal scoring opportunities. But look, Bellingham coming in, he looks very tired. Obviously, he's been playing in pain. We just want to get to the end of the season and hopefully he can go and get his break. I wouldn't really want to see him in the Club World Cup, but I know he will be in it, and that is just unnecessary, because I look at Jude Bellingham as a player that needs some rest. He looks tired every game, and I'm not saying physically, I'm saying mentally. He just looks mentally exhausted, and you can tell. Obviously, body sign, obviously the frustrations getting into him, and obviously performances dip with that as well. So I think Bellingham does need to take a break, does need the rest. But we cannot rest him now because we are in a position where it's now or never in terms of winning La Liga. And we might not win it, but we need our best players to increase our chances of winning it. So yeah, hopefully Bellingham gets some rest in the summer. Vinny Jr. once again, it's one of those performances where he's not exactly bad, but there just wasn't much going on the left hand side. And then yeah, the rest of the team as it was. I actually felt that Tchouaméni and Asensio as a duo was quite comfortable. But obviously Jacobo Ramon came on. A lot of hate as well, by the way, to Jacobo Ramon. I just want to say, look, this is an academy player who has come in. He might have, cost us some goals, or was part of, the goals that Celta Vigo scored, part of making those mistakes. But he's a young player playing his first game, coming on. You're not gonna hit the jackpot like we did with Raul Asensio. A player who comes in and looks perfect straight away. And even then, I've seen Raul Asensio make mistakes and have bad games since he came on in his debut. But Jacobo Ramon needs to be given time. And as a fan base, as a community, we need to be backing our young players like Jacobo Ramon, like Lorenzo Aguado, like Raul Asensio. We need to be protecting them. We shouldn't be going in on them. Yes, he didn't have a good game in terms of, the first impression, but we need to give him time slowly, and hopefully, eventually, he will come good, and we just have to believe. Obviously, not much else going on in terms of the subs. Endrick not getting minutes again, a bit of a shame, but it is what it is, right? But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the button if you did. subscribe to Trust On already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.